What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another War Within video. Hope you're all doing very well. Continuing our PTR coverage, we're going to talk about Marksman Hunter and just the changes that are happening to Marksman Hunter today. I'm not going to cover the tier sets in this video because it's going to take way too long. I will do a video shortly after talking about the tier set bonuses, but let's just look at what has actually happened to the talents here for Hunter. Yo, I really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe on the video. I got to get some coffee. Bye. Marksman Hunter has had a huge list of changes here. Like, this is a whole, page kind of thing. So a bunch of talents have moved around. They've put in a new talent, precise shots. I'll talk about this in a second. This shrapnel shot thing is really crazy. I'll talk about all of these in a second on the tree. What I really want to focus on just for these notes is to focus on this down here. Lock and load chance to trigger is increased to 10%, and it now benefits from bad luck protection. Very, very cool quality of life for lock and load if you want to take it. You don't have to take it anymore. We'll get to that. But if you want to take it, you have bad luck protection now, which is really, really good. And then they've removed a couple of talents down here. So let's just dive right into what has actually happened here in the game so you can see it. So again, stuff has moved all over the place. Lock and load is up here now, and you will see that I am not taking lock and load. And there's a reason for that. And the primary reason for that is because of shrapnel shot. This thing is absolutely insane. I started playing around with it and it's completely game changing. I love it. I think it's the coolest thing that they've added. Basically what Blizzard said in the notes is that everybody who's currently playing Marksman Hunter right now, you know that our entire tier set depends on proccing our lock and load, right? Which depends on our auto attacks, proccing it for us. So you want to take all the talents that like buff your auto attack speed so that you can proc lock and load, so that when you fire off your free aim shot, it triggers a huge explosive shot. Obviously, moving into Season 3, we're not going to have that anymore. We're going to have new tier set bonuses that do completely different things. So here's what's happening, in my opinion. The emphasis on your auto attacks and proccing lock and load is going way down, in my opinion. And the reason that it's gone down is, again, our tier set bonus doesn't proc anything anymore. And you have a free lock and load proc right here from Shrapnel Shot. This is really insane. So Explosive Shot now gives you lock and load for free. And holy cow, this guy's, look at him. Oh, how many stacks does he have? 129? Well, I guess Guardian Druid's doing fine. So look at this right here. Explosive Shot gives you lock and load. And remember, what lock and load does is it makes your next aim shot free and instant. And free is the big one. It's 40 focus, and that just goes down to 0. Another really cool thing is that if you take volley plus salvo, guess what? You get explosive shots all on your own. If I'm going to press volley and it's going to, guess what? Give me a lock and load proc. And then I'm going to press explosive shot and it's going to give me another lock and load proc. And I'm going to fire it again. That's insane. It's so crazy. And you can cool down your explosive shot by via magnetic gunpowder. If you ever consume precise shots, so if you press multi-shot, right? I go like this. Watch my cooldown. Watch the cooldown of explosive shot here. Explosive shot. Watch it go down. Boom. Down by 8 seconds. Okay. Boom. And I'll do this, and I'll do a couple multi shots. Look at it. It's gonna go down again. 12 seconds down to 8 seconds now, and then we're gonna go another multi shot. Now it's back again. Look at how fast you get explosive shot. Explosive shot. Aim shot again. So this is a really cool sort of mini game that you're gonna end up playing. Oh my god. It's a cool mini game that you're gonna end up playing where you can take explosive shot and you can dramatically reduce its cooldown over and over again because of magnetic gunpowder. Whenever you consume a lock and load effect, it gives you 8 seconds off the cooldown of explosive shot. And then whenever you consume your precise shots effect, which is usually either multi-shot or arcane shot, those consume it, then you reduce the cooldown by 2 seconds. So it's amazing. I love it. And I was noticing that I was just getting these procs all the time, and you don't need to take natural lock and load because you have this. Now, again, you have to be really paying attention to your explosive shots and make sure that you never press like volley into an explosive shot right away. You would never do that anyway, but you got to be really a little more careful about it now. Okay. That's the first like massive change in my opinion. It's cool that lock and load is up here, but I think this is just the superior version of the lock and load effect, like by far. It's just way cooler. Okay. So that has happened there. There's a new talent over here called Unmatched Precision. This buffs the damage bonus of precise shots by 40% if you put 2 points into it. Remember, precise shots makes your next arcane shot or multi-shot do extra damage, and this is going to up that by 40%, which is quite a bit. You could combine that with Small Game Hunter and make multi-shot do an enormous amount of extra damage, right? You'd have 40% extra bonus. So whenever you aim shot, your next multi-shot would do 140% more damage, and then you add 75% more, it's doing 215% more damage or something. I don't even know what the math is there, but it's a lot more damage. You could make your multi-shots hit pretty hard if you wanted to. That's an interesting kind of line there. And then Eagle's accuracy used to be over here. So they swapped Eagle's accuracy. It's now over here. It has the same effect, though. It increases rapid fire and aim shots damage. And then Unairing Winds got changed. So it basically says now whenever when your Eagle applies Spotter's Mark, it has a 100% chance to apply Spotter's Mark to up to one additional nearby enemy at 100% effectiveness. So you're getting, I think, a similar effect to what Unairing Winds kind of did before, but you're guaranteed to get 2 Spotter's Marks now, which is nice. That's going to really buff the damage of your aim shot when you fire it in there. Bullet hell's the same. Bullseye is a 1-point node now instead of 2. So that's just a straight up buff. This is a really big buff because it's taking away 1 point that you were using in the bottom of the tree, which is really nice. So that's kind of cool that they did that. And then double tap is back. You can just get double tap for free if you want to, which is very significant. Again, this change, the shrapnel shot thing where you're getting lock and load procs and double tap being available, I think significantly increases the value of volley. I think if you're not taking volley right now, which a lot of people aren't, but if you're not taking it now, you probably will be in season 3, just because you're getting free instant aim shots all the time. You're getting the double tap damage for free, which is insane. What has happened in the bottom of the tree here is that Unairing Vision, instead of being a choice node with double tap, it's now a choice node with calling the shots. And they've sort of streamlined calling the shots and just given you 30 seconds off the cooldown of True Shot if you want it, or you can take Unairing Vision. I fear that this is never going to be chosen now. I feel like we essentially just lost calling the shots because I don't think it's ever going to be good enough compared to Unairing Vision. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But I mean, this is just such a crazy talent because of penetrating shots, right? The extra crit damage just turns into more damage. Or the extra crit chance, sorry, turns into more crit damage. So they used to be that, you had access to calling the shots and Unairing Vision, and we don't anymore. So that's a little bit of a bummer. You're not going to get CDR on True Shot anymore unless, we'll get to this in the other video, but the actual tier set bonus for Dark Ranger does give you cooldown reduction on True Shot. So if you still want that cooldown reduction on True Shot, you can get it from, you can take calling the shots if you want to, or you can get it from the Dark Ranger, or you could combine both of them. But I feel like Unairing Vision is just a little bit too strong. So there, you can have a 2-minute True Shot or a 1.5-minute True Shot. That's it. Those are your choices now. Interesting change from Blizzard. I guess they felt like the way that it used to be was too inconsistent. And so they're just kind of simplifying it a little bit. But again, having it as a choice node with Unairing Vision is a little bit strange. I feel like it might have been a cooler choice node to have calling the shots and double tap. But then maybe you would still never take double tap. I don't know. I'm kind of just happy in general that double tap is back, though, to be honest. Double tap is really, really fun. I love how it functions. Very, very cool. Those are all the major changes. None of these things over here changed at all. Except, obviously, of course, Unmatched Precision is there. Oh, light ammo. I forgot to talk about this. I meant to mention this earlier. Light ammo is back. This is really cool. This was a talent that existed, I think, last expansion. It was a little while ago now. And there were multiple talents that had to interacted with your trick shot effect. And this now just simply says trick shots causes aim shot and rapid fire to ricochet to 2 additional targets. Or if you take aspect of the Hydra, which is the cleave talent, then it does more damage. So if you're taking trick shots now, your aim shot and rapid fire will now hit up to 7 targets, which is pretty significant, I would say. I would say if you look at like the average amount of mobs that are in pretty much every AoE pull, it's going to be around, like, the top end is between 7 and 10, I would say. If you're doing like MDI pulls or something, like, let's not talk about that. If you're doing some massive pull, then of course it's going to look a little bit different, right? Like the opening of Cinderbrew Meadery, right, is obviously going to be a little bit different. But my point here is simply to say that your AoE damage, your mass AoE damage, right now for Marksman Hunter is only explosive shot and volley. And I guess Razor Fragments, but Razor Fragments, I guess it only shreds 5 targets, right? So your true AoE is only explosive shot and volley. And now you're going to get access to 7 targets if you want it all the time, which is pretty significant and might see some play depending on the Mythic Plus dungeon that we see. I think it's good to have that option anyway. You're going to be hitting 7 now instead of 5, so that's pretty cool. Those are all the changes for Marksman Hunter, and I'll tell you, it feels really good to play. I'll get into this more. Is he still going? There's no way, right? There's no way. 168 stacks? Oh my gosh. I'll say that the gameplay loop is definitely different now. Like, the rotations feel a lot different, because if you include double tap now, you have to be very careful about spacing out your volley into a spender into a true shot into a spender. You don't want to overlap true shot and volley, or else you waste one of your double tap charges, right? So you need to be really careful about that and make sure that you're doing that. So I think there's other changes that are actually happening to the Dark Ranger tree that also are going to influence your rotation. So I would say, if the way that you understand how to play Marksman Hunter right now, that is going to change. I'm telling you right now, it's going to dramatically change, okay? Volley, aim shot, true shot, explosive shot, another aim shot, and then I go like multi-shot rapid, and then multi-shot. I'm not going to use my black arrow. I'm just showing you regular Hunter rotations right now. Multi-shot. Look at my explosive shot. It's back already, by the way. I'm going to go multi-shot, explosive shot, aim shot. We get a free aim shot. Look at that. Multi-shot rapid fire, multi-shot aim shot, and then we go multi-shot aim shot, and our explosive shot is almost back. Multi-shot, and we'll do one more. We'll fire the explosive shot, then we'll go aim shot. So very, very cool. And then once your volley comes back around, remember, you get that double tap. So true shot gives you a double tap charge, and volley gives you a double tap charge, and volley gives you a free aim shot now. I mean, volley is insane. Look at this. Volley, aim shot, rapid fire. Probably should have done it. I'll do another aim shot at the end, and then we'll do this. We'll go explosive shot, and there you go. That's the end of that. So you can see the damage. It's going to change your rotations for sure. I'm telling you right now. I didn't even use my Dark Ranger stuff. Like, the damage was actually really good. It was fine, and I didn't even use my hero talent stuff. So just keep that all with the. So I'm going to talk about that in the next video, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. I think that I think this is all really, really good changes. I love the new shrapnel shot interaction. I love the focus on explosive shot. I also love that you have the option of taking lock and load if you want to just take it naturally, and it has bad luck protection now, which is really, really good. Them changing the talents at the bottom of the tree here, I'm not a fan of this. I really liked being able to reduce true shot every time I consumed a spotter's mark. I think that was actually way more fun. I think calling the shots is probably dead now, because Unairing Vision is always just better. But I like that double tap is back. So I guess I'll take it with a grain of salt. It's like, you know, you get one and you lose the other. I'm not really sure how good that is necessarily, but I like what they've done with the tree. I think some of these changes are fantastic. A couple of them are a bit of a miss, but let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. I think Marksman Hunter, I'm going to get to this in the other video, but I think Marksman Hunter is shaping up to look really good, guys, in terms of the hero trees and how they interact with the tier set bonuses and all the new changes that are coming to the spec tree. It's looking really good. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.